Welcome back, Fresh fans. It's good to see you again. Sorry it's been a little while, but you know, the Fresh Creators life, a little hectic. So, busy day. What are we going to do? There's really only one decision. It's warm out, time for tacos. Kind of like a fiesta, but even better. This time, you're going to make them at home. For your family, for your friends, whoever it might be. First, we're going to start off with a few ingredients. We're going to need to bake ground beef or ground turkey at approximately 350 degrees in your oven, plain. You are going to take it out after about 10 or 15 minutes, just when it kind of turns light brown. Don't burn it, be careful, you need to keep it a little moist for the next step. Finally, you're going to set up your prep. In your kitchen, you have all different types of ingredients. We'll definitely need taco seasoning. You can pick it up at your local grocery. You'll also need various peppers, red pepper, black pepper, any type of peppercorn. You'll also need garlic powder and onion powder. You'll need some ketchup. If you like it hot, you're going to need hot sauce. And, of course, a little all-purpose seasoning, my recommendation. Always great on the taco seasoning and for the meat to actually get a lot softer. So, I'm going to grab my meat and we're going to continue cooking. When it gets to about to be this color, that light brown color, you want to take it out of the oven. You're going to put it in a small or medium size saucepan. After you finish that, you're going to add all the ingredients we talked about earlier. You're going to need red pepper and just do a few shakes. We don't want too much spicy on this. The hot sauce will be enough spice if you add enough. You'll need your onion powder. Just cover the meat now. Don't put too much. And garlic powder. Now, I always overdo it on the garlic because it's absolutely delicious. But that's your choice. And of course, you're definitely going to need your all-purpose seasoning. Again, cover the meat when you put it in. If you choose to use hot sauce, don't forget, you're going to have to probably add more as you cook it on the stove. Maybe, say, if you really wanted to measure it, you could do 1/4 of a cup. Or 2 teaspoons, if you really don't like it that spicy. Ketchup, you're going to put that all over the meat. And you're going to start your burner at low or medium. You don't want to cook this on high because the ground beef will dry out. Depending on your stovetop, you'll have to decide whether, if you have a higher flame, you probably want to cook it on low. If you have a little bit less time, maybe medium. For your sides, you're also going to probably want to try sour cream, salsa, of course, chopped lettuce. You're also going to definitely need to shred some cheese. You can do any cheese you want, from fresh mozzarella to cheddar to American, pepper jack, any type of cheese you want. You could even put Swiss on it if you really like Swiss. As long as there's 8 cheese, you'll be good. Don't forget that you also want to always add a little water to the taco meat as it's cooking on the stove. Because the most important part is ground beef will dry up if you just leave it. You have to stir it, and you have to be attentive to this meal. It's very quick and easy, but you just need to watch it. Give it a good stir, and you probably want to add a little more ketchup as you go. After you add a little ketchup, just let that sit on top so it can kind of get a little soft and go to the bottom of the pan. Watch your heat again. Make sure you're checking. If it's low and it really doesn't look like it's moving, move it up a little bit. Don't be afraid. If it's medium and it sounds like it's bubbling over, you probably want to lower it a little. On the side, you could choose all different options. You could put it just over lettuce if you're trying to be healthy. You could get a flour tortilla and wrap it up like a burrito. Or, of course, the corn tortillas, the shells. You could buy them at any store. Don't forget, you need to put your taco seasoning into the tacos. You don't want to let it sit for too long because this is salty. So you want to make sure that you put it after. Dump the packet into the saucepan. And also make sure you get about a half a cup of water. Try that at first, and if it looks like it needs more, it probably does. A half cup. Regular water will do, any type. Add it to the meat and give it a stir. After you've done all of that, the meat will need to simmer on the stove with all the sauces for at least 15 minutes. Now, how do you kill that time? That's when you could do all your prep work and you could do your sides. You could grate your cheese. You can chop your lettuce, or you could buy it. You could also buy cheese, shred it already if you feel you don't want to use this. Salsa, homemade, or of course you could buy the store one. Perfectly fine. In this case, you can always get all your ingredients right at your local grocery store. This is very easy. If you don't have one cheese, again, you could use another cheese. So you can use what's in your fridge. Also, just make sure that you always turn your oven off after you do take the meat out. Give the meat a stir every once in a while. Check the bottom to see if it's sticking. If the bottom is sticking, then you need to add water. It's very important. Water, water, water. Don't overwater it though. You don't want it to look like soup. Again, watch your heat and just make sure that you are keeping an eye on ground beef. Anything is flammable in this world. You also might need some side dishes if you have a hungry bunch, and you know we're all hungry after a long day. You could do a nice black bean on the side, very simple. You could throw it in your saucepan, and you add any ingredients, or you could keep it plain. You can also, of course, always add fiesta item, corn. Just throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes. If you're a beginner cook, it's easier to put it into the microwave instead of doing it on the stove. You don't want this to dry out either. As you can hear, the stove is starting to bubble on the taco a little bit. I will want to lower my heat in that case. This stove is gas, so the flame makes this get a little bit hotter. You give it a nice stir. Now, after all your prep is done, you can enjoy. To get the full recipe, you can check out my book, which is available at lulu.com, and it's called Food for Your Thoughts. Check it out. Thanks. It's been great. Keep it fresh.